Okay, so these are the few concepts that I think are important in the preparation of IIT JEE mathematics, and I'll be discussing them one by one. So the first concept is that repetition is the key to excellence. So the first thing you should know is that you should repeat the problems of a single question repeatedly, and in such a way that you do not uh, forget it even after long time. The second point is conceptual clarity helps the best. So you should keep in mind that you have to clear your concepts in order to solve a problem, because concepts are limited but questions are unlimited. The third thing is no concept is less important. I still remember in my IIT preparation that there were a few chapters that belong to the means uh, belong to some board level concepts in trigonometry that I missed the day before the exam, and on the day of the exam only three questions came all together in that from the same concept, and I could not attempt it. So it is an important point. The fourth thing is the fourth thing is that you should uh, you should freeze your video watching time slot, and it should not exist uh, 4 to 5 hours a day. Also, while watching the videos, you should keep it at a pace optimum to you, so that you can make your notes consecutively without watching the video again, or without pausing the video. Okay, in such time when the teacher teaches you a difficult concept in which you need to pause the video, at that time you can do that. So you should watch only selected YouTube channels and books. The books you should follow such that in that book the concepts which are taught by the teacher are covered in full detail, and a lot of solved examples are given. Don't run behind those books which have more concepts in it that your teacher has not taught, because when a teacher teaches something, he teaches you all the contents, and mostly those contents which are relevant for you in the examination. If some books are there in which there are many such concepts which are not available sorry which are not taught by teachers generally, and do not carry significance in IIT JEE advanced exam, but they may carry significance in other exams such as Olympiad. So be careful. uh, I have written here the name of the YouTube channel of Mohit Tyagi, because I personally had used this channel in my IIT JEE preparation. It's very helpful. Initially, you may find that you have to write notes, and many of you, after seeing, may try to switch to other channels in which you do not have to make notes. As when I did my preparation, my other friends, I told them about this channel when I started finding it helpful, but they switched to other YouTube channels in which uh, they can take easily screenshots, and nothing much effort was needed in making the notes. But still, uh, the since I made notes and stick to this channel, I found that my concepts in mathematics are very much strong even in my higher level of study, as I feel it now. So this is an extremely important section which which more or less many of you do not think, I guess. It is post video steps. So what are the steps you should follow after watching a video? So the first one is modify handwritten notes. So after watching the video, it is extremely important to modify the notes which you have penned down while the teacher has taught a concept. Modifying the notes means uh, uh, adding some concepts along with textbook reading. Means you read the textbook, and there you find that a single concept was there which has been explained by the teacher very well, and you can easily understood by uh, after the teacher has taught you, but he has not mentioned it explicitly. So that thing you can map there, or can include in that modified handwritten notes. Remember, you have to make your notes in such a way so that after making your notes, you can you no longer need to refer to books or to videos. The third thing is solve example sheet. So and uh, uh, so uh, after you have read, the first thing you should do is to read solve example keeping the pen aside, because you should not try to solve that example simultaneously. First you should see the problems, see the examples which are solved, because there is a scientific significance in it, because the author of the book has given the problems as solved example in order to teach you how to solve the problems. If you go through all the solved example very nicely, and then you solve the practice questions, you will find that these practice questions are very easy to solve. But one thing that many of you will not believe is that after seeing the solved example on the very next day, if you attempt the solved examples as unsolved questions, you will find that there will definitely be one or two solved examples in which you will find that you are unable to solve it with that easily as you are able to see it. So it is very important. The last thing which I would like to mention here is that you have to be a good interpreter of a problem, not a problem solver. So a problem solver is a person who solves many problems, means bought one book, solved it completely, then switch to another book, or practice the book 10 times. I have seen many of such students. They were my friends only. Even in board exam, students used to do that. But I think that instead of solving a problem, you should be able to interpret that problem correctly, because it is more important. Suppose you could able to solve a problem by intuition. By intuition means, since you have solved so many problems, you may find that okay, this problem I have practiced a problem in that book, it is similar to that, so in this way if I do it, and you do it, and then there is MCQ or some integer type, and you pin the answer and it got corrected, you became happy and move on. But see, what is the biggest flaw here? The student has not been able to interpret that problem correctly. He could solve it just because he has solved an earlier problem in some earlier material. So secondly, there is a student who is unable to understand what is the problem saying, but he has interpreted the problem correctly and has extracted the concepts out of it. Extracting the concept means he has been able to figure out that the whatever notes he has made after watching the video, this question could be solved by reading or by solving some more problems of this concept. Then that student, even if he could not solve it in the first attempt, after trying many times, his problem solving skills will be enhanced. And when in exams such more such unknown problems come, which are not foundable in many textbooks, in that case problem interpreters will have a winning edge over problem solvers, because because the team which is setting up the question of IIT JEE, they are very much experienced teachers professors of IIT, and they know very well that they have to give such a problem which makes the student to squeeze out all his knowledge and put it in the single exam. So they will never give such problems which can be easily solved by solving lot of problems. So this is it. I recommend you take a screenshot of it, or but I encourage you to make watch my videos in fixed time slot and make the notes. Modify that notes means think that if you may have some books which you find suits best to the YouTube channel which you like, and you feel that I can understand this book and this YouTube channel nicely, then you modified it. You may cut my writing also if you find it wrong. Okay, I will be happy if you do that. Then you read the textbook yourself and all. So this is it. Okay, this this I had written in order to think that conceptual clarity is very much important, because this is a problem of from the chapter of midpoint. I encountered it in class 10, and in JEE Advanced 2021 question paper, I think it is paper 2, when I had given the exam, based on this concept that this line is the half of this big line, then using this concept I could solve this problem in less than 60 seconds, and I got marks. So this type of thing repeatedly tell why conceptual clarity is equally important in mathematics. By excelling in mathematics, many people think that they have to solve lot and lot of problems, and concepts they should not spend time, but this is not the case. Conceptual clarity is equally important in all the subjects of IIT JEE, and you should definitely do it. If you gain mastery in IIT JEE mathematics, then you will be equally successful in other exams with a little more bit of practice and guidance. Personally, I have not given Olympiad exams for mathematics. I have only given IIT JEE mathematics and have cleared JEE Advanced. That's why I am making video on only IIT JEE mathematics. For Olympiads, you may consult to experienced teachers. Okay, this is it.